Welcome to Customer Focused Marketing, the #1 customer-centric online presentation, exploring before, during, and after the sale from both sides of the cash register. I'm your host, Russell Van. Let us begin. Welcome, everybody. This is the Customer Focused Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Russell Van, and we like to thank all of you for coming back, and we welcome all our listeners here in the United States and around the world. Today we have a special guest and a new friend to the show, Ms. Jamilah Corbitt, and she is the founder of the I Am a Brand movement. I did say that right. Am I right, Jamilah?
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I am fascinated with what you are involved with, and I believe all our listeners are going to find this as extremely exciting. Please tell us about the I Am a Brand movement.
The I'm a Brand movement is a public awareness campaign on the importance of building, maintaining, protecting, and promoting your personal brand. So what we do is we teach people that, wealth and success it comes from within and you manifest it outward. So I want everyone to know that, the greatness exists within you and we have the power to create our own reality. So the social component to our movement is actually I Am a Brand apparel. And with our clothing line, we connect total strangers and eliminate the social gap. So the concept is every time you see someone bearing the official Signature I logo, you're supposed to walk up to that person and spark a conversation. It's promoting networking and synergy. You never know who someone else may know, and you never know the value the conversation may hold. So we want to promote people. We want to help people promote themselves. And we just want, everybody to fulfill their dreams and, have a fun life.
It sounds wonderful. Now, I got to say, how would that actually work? I mean, I'm wearing one of the apparels. Is the logo on the exterior? Is it up front, on the front, the back, or is it like a part of the design?
The logo is on the front. It'll be either on the side or on the bottom of the design. But whenever you spot that logo, you're supposed to walk up to that person, and by someone wearing the shirt, you understand the concept, and you're opening yourself up for people to come up to you and talk to you. It's a great icebreaker, and people have done this to me just because they like the shirt, but not necessarily because they knew about the concept. But when they come up to me and ask me about one of my shirts, boom, I'm going to tell you about the concept. And now that I've empowered you, you can empower someone else, and that's how it spreads.
I love it. How long have you been doing this?
I launched the movement in October of 2011. So I'm going on 2 years in October.
Okay. All right, Jamilah. All right, just for the sake of knowing, let's start it from the beginning. What were you doing before this calling, this awesome movement that you got going on?
I was actually working in the sports PR industry. My background is in sports. I played college basketball for a Division I university, and so while I was in school, my major was English, my minor was communications, and I knew I didn't want to pursue, a professional career overseas or anything. That was the thing to do back in the day. Not back in the day like I'm old, I'm still in my 20s, but to go overseas and continue playing ball. I didn't want to do that. I was kind of burned out, and I wanted to start my career. So I was looking at areas within athletics, and I decided on the athletic communications field, and I thought it was cool because you got to work for a university, you got to travel with the teams, you basically watched sports for free. And I'm like, that's my kind of job, and it was in the communications field because I wanted to be in communications. So from there, that's how I got into the sports PR industry, and while I was in the industry, I realized that I think I could do this on my own. I think I can manage people. I could serve in a media relations capacity, and I could start my own firm on my own, and create my own hours and get paid for what I do. So I was looking for an angle to break into the industry because it's really hard to start something on your own when you don't have the necessary tools.
I was about to say, there has to be a large learning curve to this. Starting out from a dead still stop.
It is. And I needed an angle, and I didn't have that at the time. So what happened was one day I was in the shower, and this idea just came to me. I mean, I call it God. Some people may call it the universe. Some people may call it, your higher self. But I knew it was something outside of me or something higher than me that inspired me. And it was so overwhelming that I had to get out the shower, and I started writing everything down. And by the time I was done writing everything down, I had the blueprint, I had the name for I'm a Brand, I had everything that I needed. And so I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I have this $1 million idea. And his exact words were, go forth and conquer. So I started looking it up. I started Googling, and no one was doing anything remotely similar to what I was doing. So then from there, I started protecting my intellectual property, and from the inception to the actual birth was 4 months. I buried myself in my room. I didn't go out. I didn't do anything. I just wanted to get this idea out of my head and implement it. And the funny thing was that once I decided to put it in motion, everything started showing up in my life that I needed, whether it was the people, resources, information, everything that I needed started showing up in my life. It was a very magical experience. And then that's when I got the confidence, wow, I'm only one person, but I can do this. I can be the change. I can start something very powerful.
Now, I'm thinking, how did you know the basics? I mean, you were in the PR, in public relations, in the sports industry. I mean, the business aspect of it, actually going corporate or actually starting your own firm, protecting your intellectual properties, patents or other legalized things to protect your idea. Did you get help? Was that
the beauty of the process? My dad is very good in business. He has his own business, so he kind of counseled me through the steps. But I did everything on my own. I looked it up, and I started educating myself because, I tell people this all the time. My education begins after school because I've learned so much more since I've been out of school than I was in school, I mean, even the root word of educate is a JUCO, which means, or educe, which means to draw out. So all the information that you're learning, you're not really learning. You're just realizing that you already know. But it's up to us as individuals to realize that, to educate ourselves and to continue learning throughout our lives.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
And you seem like you got a really good grip on the definition of what it means to be educated.
Well, I was an English major, so we study root words and linguistics. But I mean, that's something that I've learned, that you have to commit yourself. If you're going to be an entrepreneur or a business owner or whatever, you have to. Even if you're going to work in corporate America, you have to continue the process of self-development throughout your whole life, because we never stop growing as people. If you're not growing, you're dying. So that's a very important aspect to continue that process.
Now, what would you find the most difficult part of getting started for you?
The most difficult part with getting started was the whole, what we kind of touched on before, the legal stuff. Just trying to figure out the business aspect of it all. Because doing it was easy, but, protecting your property, getting the LLC, how should I form my LLC, that was very difficult for me. I mean, it's still challenging for me right now because, you know, you have business taxes and, you know, it's an intricate process, but I'm still learning. I don't know everything. And actually, the more I learn, the more I figure out how much I don't know.
So speaking of that, about we all have strengths, and we all need to fill in the gaps to make sure that our engines are running as smoothly as possible. Do you employ help, or you have counsel that is on retainer?
At this point, I don't. My dad is my primary source of counsel. So anything that I need, whether it's a lawyer or a tax person, you know, I kind of go through him, and he refers me to whoever he knows. And, you know, whoever he knows, I trust him because he deals with them. But my dad has really helped me throughout this whole process. And
what a wonderful resource.
Yeah, it's great. When you have, my dad does this for a living. He's a business consultant. He's a financial guy, so he knows the numbers, and he's really good with this stuff. So, you know, I kind of have a one-up on some people when it comes to that. But as far as other people helping me with my business, my family have actually been a great help. I have 2 younger brothers, and my youngest brother is an artist. So I have him working on, you know, different projects, and we're actually in the process of developing a cartoon series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look out for that.
How does this cog fit in the cartoon? Where are you going with that?
We're actually gonna tackle issues that are affecting today's youth. So the first cartoon, I'm not gonna give it away, but it's called Awkward Situations. And it's going to be really funny. It's going to have it's going to be serious yet hilarious. So we're still putting that together. It probably won't be ready for the next few months. We're going to try to tackle it all. We're going to try to get the episodes finished this summer, and we'll release it maybe at the end of the year. But it's a long process. But he's helping me with that, and also my other graphic design needs. Sometimes he's actually helped me develop concepts for my shirts. I'm still drawing up new designs that will be released within the upcoming weeks. And my brother is 21, and he's one of my brand ambassadors, and he actually just turned pro in track. So his goal is to go to Rio 2016, and he's going to make it. So when he goes to Rio, you know, that's my international exposure there once he gets his fan base up. But yeah, my family has been a huge asset, and I do have interns that help me with getting features for my website or writing articles or even reaching out to people. I have people all around me that help me. I have a great support system.
It sounds like you do, and you are drawing on all the wells that are available to you. That's an entrepreneur, through and through.
Using what I have.
You're resourceful, and you got your hand in a lot of projects, all focused on the main theme. That's excellent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to leave my footprints in the sands of time, as Beyonce would say.
Oh, well, yeah, I like that. Actually, I like that quote. That's a good quote. Now, okay, when you are putting your label on clothing, where is the clothing coming from? Is it your design, or is it what? How does that work?
Everything is me. I call everything that I do, everything that I put out, is with love, and I'm not even kidding you, because it takes so much. It takes my energy and it takes my time. But for every piece, I put thought into it. For all my shirts say something positive, or hint at something positive, or they have deeper meanings. But everything that I put out is a part of me. So all my shirts, I design them, or my brother helps me design them, and I have a printing partnership with a printer, and I send them. They take care of my fulfillment, distribution, and all that.
Wow.
When you're an entrepreneur, you'll learn that outsourcing is your friend. Synergy is your friend. I don't have time to sit here, order a bulk number of shirts, put them through the heat press or screen print. I just don't have time or the resources for that, and I don't want to deal with it. That's not my strong point, and I know that. So what you do is you have to employ someone else who specializes in what you need. So that's what I did. So I have a printer that they take care of, all that, all my inventory. I don't even have to worry about it. The only thing I submit to them is, every day or every few days I submit the orders to them, and they take care of everything. And then at the end of the month, boom, I get my bills, and I cut them off, some of the cheese. And that's it.
All right.
But I'm happy to do that.
Let's talk about the end user here. How do you reach the public? Do you use advertising, commercial, or use the Internet? I mean, how do you reach out to the people?
I mostly word of mouth or Internet. I don't do a lot of advertising at this point just because my budget won't allow it. But word of mouth there has been good to me. I actually already have an international presence. If you browse my website, you'll see that we reached all the way over to South Korea. One of the teachers over there grasped the concept and was teaching it to her class and made a video and sent it to us. So
wow.
we already have an international presence. One of my associates is internationally in Kenya, and he takes the movement everywhere where he goes. And he's a motivational speaker, another motivational speaker, and he went to Haiti. And I gave him a couple shirts, and boom, people in Haiti have my shirts now. So it's reaching people, maybe not exponentially, there's no exponential growth, but it's reaching people slowly but surely. It's a process. It's going to take time, and maybe someone will come along and wear one of my shirts where it'll just blow up, kind of like LL Cool J did with FUBU. But, I'm patient, and I'm appreciating the process.
What about that? What about a celebrity endorsement? Has that crossed your desk?
It's crossed my mind, but I don't know how much weight I would want to give a celebrity with one of my products. I don't know. It depends on who the celebrity is and what their personal brand stands for, because I want someone who's aligned with my mission. So even if a celebrity came to me and said, hey, I want to wear one of your products, but if they're not aligned with, what I stand for, then I don't think I would want their endorsement,
There's
even
a lot to be said about the company you keep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, 100%.
Yeah, but I think I think it'll come. I think it will come. It is coming. It's on its way, but it's just not here yet, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we're under 2 years anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's in November?
Yeah, October.
October will be your anniversary of the I Am a Brand movement. Now, getting back to reaching out. You're on the Internet, and you have word of mouth. The Internet, you use social networking, or is it basically a website?
Social networking, my website. Some people I get a lot of traction with people just searching different things. I have great SEO, which I did myself. I'm also a web developer. But I have great SEO, so people just kind of stumble across it, and they may find one of my articles, intriguing, and then they start exploring the site. But everything is connected. So if you go to my company site, which is j33media.com, there's a link to I'm a Brand.
Oh, please say that again, the website.
J33 Media. J33 Media is my actual company.
Okay.
It's my brand management and PR firm. And if you go to that site, there's actually a link to IamAbrand.org, which is a movement. And the website serves as an educational tool for people to read different articles relating to entrepreneurship, marketing, branding, self-empowerment, motivation. We do all of that on IamAbrand.org. So some people stumble to IamAbrand.org. They're like, oh, this is cool. They look at the About Us section, and then they watch the cool little video, and then they read, and they're like, oh, I like this. And then they click, boom, I'm a Brand Apparel. So everything is connected. Everything I do is with purpose, on purpose, and it's always related to each other.
I got to ask you, Jamilah, Do you call them customers or do you call them brand ambassadors?
I do have brand ambassadors, but if you're going to, I do have actual brand ambassadors that I give product to that are my official brand ambassadors. But if you're serving in the capacity of spreading the movement and you're part of the movement, then yes, you are a brand ambassador. I don't see people as necessarily customers. I want to, my goal is to reach them. And by reaching them, I think they'll, in turn become a customer because they're going to gravitate towards the concept.
I like the idea. I think it is amazing what you've done with this God gift you got in the shower.
Thank you.
You've taken the ball and you ran down court and made a goal.
Yeah.
You scored.
That's
basically what I'm trying to say.
I'll continue to score. It's been a journey, but like I said, I'm appreciating the process and I'm grateful for the experience, because I knew if I didn't get this idea out of my head, I was gonna beat myself up if someone else beat me to it. I really was. I really don't see how people can sit on an idea for 20, 25 years. I couldn't do it. It would burn my insides like acid and kill me slowly.
Well, that's a perfect. This is a perfect segue here. What would you advise those people who get that idea and they don't act on it? I mean, really, taking it from concept to action to reality is a journey in itself. And people, I believe, my experience, they get bogged down with life.
Yeah, but
how do you do that?
You have to prioritize. If something means something, if you have an idea that means something to you, you have to release it, because it's like this universal energy that connects all of us. You can call it God, you can call it whatever you want, you call it the universe itself, but it's some energy which we cannot see that connects all of us. And I believe that if you don't use it, someone else is going to get it. It will just flow to someone else because it flows like water. So if you have this idea, then it's like your responsibility to get it out because it came to you for a reason. Nothing is by chance. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in synchronicities. So if you have it, use it. And I'm telling you, I promise you, life will move out the way for your purpose. Your purpose is whatever you say it is. So if you want to do something, you do it. The end.
Oh, that's just eloquent.
Thank you.
All right, Jamilah. We want to recap here and do a little review. Where can people find you and or the movement?
You can actually connect with me via Facebook, facebook.com/limitlessjc, LIMITLESSJC. You can find me on Twitter if you like my little nuggets. I have little Twitter rants where I give people, little nuggets of life. You can follow me at JWiz, JAIWIZ. You can find the movement. Oh, also, you can connect with me on my website. If you're an entrepreneur or a business owner or anyone that's looking to take that idea and make it happen, I can help you with that. So you can connect with me on my website at JamilahCorbitt.com, JamilahCorbitt.com, and let's work together. Let's see what we could do. If you want to look at the movement, it's IamAbrand.org, and if you want to view our apparel, it's IamAbrandApparel.org. That's APPAREL. I'm sorry, I said .org. It's .com. IamAbrandApparel.com. So yeah, just connect with me, and I'll be more than glad to help you answer any questions or even give you some words of encouragement.
Excellent. All right. You have a firm grip on where you're taking this. Give me the definition of success. Where is this headed to?
Success is living your purpose, living your dream. I think success is more so it's a journey, not necessarily a destination. Because if you're living your dream, if you're living the life that you created for yourself and you're fulfilled, then you are successful. If you're helping someone and you are fulfilled, then you are successful. Success is not about having money. It's not about having all these cars and houses and all these material things. No, that's not successful. Even the richest person in the world can be unhappy with these materialistic things. But it's how you view yourself. Even if you're homeless and you have not a dollar to your name, but you're happy and you're just free, think you are successful. I think this term success has been, misinterpreted as meaning something, outside of yourself. It's everything is within. Success is within.
I'm going to say that's excellent. I love it. That's going to end our talk for today. I mean, I don't see how we can go on for today. But I tell you this, Jamilah, I would love to have you back and report on your progress and getting the I Am a Brand mission and movement further out into the world. And I like to hear about some of the conversations someone might have written you and said that they had with a perfect stranger on the subway going to work one rainy Wednesday.
Right. I would love to come back on the show and continue to update your fans on my progress. Because it's definitely a progress. I'm actually in the process of launching my website that you can hit me up on. So I'm branding myself, and once I brand myself, I think people are naturally going to take a little bit more notice.
Yeah, I think they will. I urge everybody who's listening to this particular recording and episode to reach out and contact Ms. Corbitt and help her help you reach other people. Okay, we're done.